Hello everyone, this is me, Franz the Executioner, and in this video, I'm going to be sharing how the stigma behind the executioner, or even someone just reenacting the executioner, and how that still exists and displays to this day. So as you all know, I reenact and I also specialize in the history of torture and execution and the life of the executioner throughout history. So I specialize in that topic. I don't only perform mock executions as an educational demonstration of how it went down. I do it on fake mock dummies that are designed for the purpose. So that's what I do, as well as teach classes on the history of torture and execution and the life of the executioner. And I reenact the executioner at historical reenactment events, Ren fairs, private events, etc. I also do talks on this topic, and that's what I do. So, and since I also am a dominant and someone who does that kind of stuff as well, I do have the skills of a professional executioner, even though I am not a executioner. I do not kill people, and I never would. I am completely against any criminal activity of any kind, and I do not like any unlawful murder of any kind whatsoever. I don't support it. So, unfortunately, there is a large, heavy stigma around what I do. And that stigma has lasted and has been around for centuries. So it's basically just the concept of being someone who has those skills of an executioner. Even if you're not a real executioner, there is still a stigma behind those skills, behind that topic in general, even if it's just talking about it. So, yeah, it still holds today, where people are afraid, where people do not accept, people don't understand, they don't support, and they are just uneducated and just don't try to educate themselves on accepting others. So, in general, I'm going to tell you the ways it shows up and why I think that does happen. So I can give you a good example. So sometimes when I walk, like say to Starbucks, say I'm walking to Starbucks or walking to a coffee shop, and I'm crossing the street, right? I'm in public, I wear my medieval clothing every day as a way of self-expression, and so I always look like a medieval executioner. That's just what I wear, that's just what I look like. Not a bad person, but when I walk across the street, I've had people do the sign of the cross when I walk past them. I'm just minding my own business, but I've also had people yell out their cars, "Get the demons out of you, you filthy executioner." I had someone yell that out at me, saying I need an exorcism or something. Beyond me. But the reason for that is the stigma behind the stuff that I specialize in. So even a lot of people know what I do for work. A lot of people know the various different things that I specialize in. And a lot of people don't seem to like it, don't seem to understand that I'm not a real executioner. I would never hurt or kill anybody. The only time I ever perform any form of torture on someone is when it's consensual, agreed upon, and that's it. And as long as it's done safely and I know how to do it safely, that's the only exception. But I would never do something unlawful. But some people are just afraid of the concept of the dark stigma behind executioners, behind people who are skilled in torture. And yeah, it's better than it was in the Middle Ages, but it still exists today. I've had people throw things at me. I've had people yell at me. I've had people corner me. I had a group of kids try to jump me once just for what I do. So it still happens. And I also have had people dump me and not want to date me because, well, I'm kind of seen as an executioner, and I've had people tell me that they don't want to raise a family with someone that holds that stigma. And honestly, I can't blame them. I'm not mad at these people for being uncomfortable with the skills that I have. As hard as it is sometimes, because it is hard. It's hard sometimes, and I do get sad sometimes, because it is hard it's hard to understand what goes through people's minds. But I take a step back and I realize that these people are afraid. They're afraid of the future and what that would hold. Like the people who dumped me because people think I'm a real executioner when I'm not. They're afraid for their family's future. They don't want a tough life, and I get that. The life I have is not easy. I'm very isolated. I'm okay with it. I have accepted it. I knew that going into the work that I do. But I also have found some people that do accept what I do and do understand. And honestly, it's not easy, but it's something that I'm okay with. I understand that people are uncomfortable, and I don't blame them. I'm not mad at them. I don't hate them, even as hard as it is. But to be honest, the stigma of executioners in general, and even that topic, still lasts to this day. And yes, it is better than in the past ages, but it still exists. So that is just something I wanted to bring light on, and just say that I love my life. I love who I am, and I'm never going to change for other people. I have accepted that I have the life of the executioner. I accept that. I accept that people are uncomfortable, even though I am not a real executioner, even though I've never committed a crime in my life and never will. I accept that people are uncomfortable. I'm not faulting them. I'm not mad at them. But I accept my life as it is. And I know that from all the people dumping me because I'm seen as an executioner, even though I'm not, I know the right person will come someday. Whenever that is, I'm not in any rush. I'm not worried about my future much. When things happen, they happen. And honestly, that's just life. So, and for all the people that didn't want to be friends with me or ran away from me, I found a few real friends that have stuck with me. And, I am grateful for those people. And I found people that ask questions before judging me. Because when people truly get to know me, they realize that I really am a softie at heart. I'm not someone who would do anything unethical or wrong to somebody. I just live an alternative lifestyle, and specialize in something quite dark. So, like, subscribe, leave a nice comment, and I encourage you all to love yourselves, learn what brings you peace, joy, and comfort, and even if that thing is alternative or holds a stigma, you deserve to be happy. You deserve to have your life the way you are comfortable having your life. So love yourselves and don't be anyone else. Be yourself. Like, subscribe, leave a nice comment, and have a great day, everyone. Peace.